Welcome back to Wednesday Night Rocket League. We are now over halfway through the league play portion of this league, and things are shaping up to be quite interesting. We got another banger of a matchup here in just a few minutes. Before we get into that, I'm joined by my good friend, co-caster today, Biscuit. What's going on, Biscuit?
Just got done playing a match. Thankfully swept with a 6-minute and 30-second overtime at game 3, so I was able to make it in time, and you didn't have to replace me with somebody else last minute.
Yeah, appreciate you for that. I know that was your only motivation to win. So I'm gonna take partial credit for that win because I know you were so motivated to cast that you just knew that you had to win.
Casting over everything. I mean, C-Money streams over playing, and he's my AGM, so, our org takes the media team very serious.
And we appreciate that. Heading into this matchup, though, we've got a very interesting series. One that is going to be very hard to call, and also one that's been hyped up a lot. I know I've been waiting to see this matchup for myself. We've got the Grandmasters going against the Reapers in the Titan League. Reapers off to a bit of a shaky start in the season, but with a few roster changes, they actually came back, and last week they swept the Grandmasters, which was a huge feat for them. And both teams are dealing with some new roster changes, though. So do you have any idea who has an edge in this matchup at this point, Bagels? Or Biscuit?
Bagels.
No.
Oh, no.
I saw his name.
I mean, with the release of GodzzY and the replacement of Cyruru, and I don't know a lot about Cyruru. I feel like I just casted a game with it in it, and you must have got dropped because I feel like that name's remembered. But I hate voting against Bagels, but Grandmasters, no change. Jeffrey kind of cracked. Bubbly, slowly learning how to double tap, and Folly is just a solid player all around. I don't think I can vote against Grandmasters with the revenge they're probably wanting from the sweep they received last week.
Yeah, it'll definitely be hard to. And like you said, they do have a consistent roster now. We know Bubbly and Four, also known as Jeffrey, have been building that chemistry for a while now. You've seen Bubbly's mechanics take a sharp upturn, but obviously you can't count out the Reapers yet. They are lacking a crucial player from last Monday's series, GodzzY. But I believe who was it that's actually filling in for him today? Which player is it that they replaced him with? It's not Snack, right?
It's Cyruru. Rue. I'm just calling him Rue. I give up. Last two letters. Rue. Yeah. I can't ever get his name.
Is he in here?
No. So Bravo's playing.
Okay, so it looks like Bravo will be playing.
Yeah. Even more.
So you already mentioned a few players. Who's on the Grandmasters? Who do you think are you looking to outperform for the Reapers here?
I think I gotta go with Snack. I haven't seen a lot from Snack, but with him being a consistent part of this roster now and being a 1920 MMR player, I think I want to see a lot of him. We already know what Bagels can do, Mr. Consistency that he is. So I want to see a lot out of him, but also a lot out of Bravo, I guess, too, just because you're subbing in for GodzzY pretty much, who is for lack of better terms, god tier player. You gotta, that's a big shoe to fill, and he has to fill it at least a little bit.
Yeah, definitely not an easy position to fill at all. Bravo gonna have to strap himself up and hope that he can keep up. But yeah, Snack's one of those players. Even talking to Bagels myself, I know that he said that Snack is absolutely cracked, maybe even as much of a factor in their success in the latter part of this league play as much as GodzzY was. So if Bravo can really fill in and do what he needs to for the position, I think Reapers are going to have a great shot at taking this one. And we will have to see how it all plays out as we're getting ready to head into the first game right now. Jeffrey against Bravo on the kickoff, an instant win by the Grandmasters, and Bubbly certainly would have doubled that one if he had the boost, but just off a kickoff, he won't quite get. This is awkward for Bravo, actually. Reapers finding themselves in just a little bit of early trouble. Still, the ball is lingering in their half, and the Grandmasters going all-out aggression, already getting 2 bumps. Now Folly looking for the placement, almost gets the double, but can't quite find it. We're seeing some very early and incredible aggression from the Grandmasters here.
Yeah, they're really trying to open up space and just disturb that Reaper's defense. I mean, it is really hard to play defense when 2 of your players are dead and you have a 3v1 every time. And stuff like
Oh
that
my
happens.
goodness. And yeah, just as you say it, Jeffrey with a huge double demo. Got just 2 Reaper players just way too close to each other. The third one I think got bumped as well. And that's mostly just an open net for the Grandmasters to take an early lead.
Very early lead.
Lead. Same thing.
Same thing.
And Jeffrey claiming he got a UAV now. I don't think he needs it to know where all the players on the field are, though. He's finding them effectively without it. As he'll get another clear of the midfield. Now trying to set up a pass. Fakes out one defender. Gets a 50 pass. Now Folly with the open net, and he's going to put that one in again.
But just a great 50 here out of Jeffrey. I mean, kind of baits Bagels into it. Just absolutely dunks him in. Poor Snack here. I mean, who's going to shoot it? You'll never know. And he guessed right, but he just didn't guess the right spot. And there's a goal for the Grandmasters.
And so far, not looking like much struggle at all from the Grandmasters. They're finding so many demos. I mean, it's impossible for the Reapers right now to even find any sort of consistent rotation when their players are dead like this. They will have to try and find something, though, as Bagel's going to try and get a touch off the backboard. Oh, sends a shot on net, actually. It was so close, but it'll just go off the crossbar. Going to be fretting about that one, as that was not quite an open net, but definitely a shot that Bagels hits most of the time. The ball is back in the Reapers' half. Maybe not for long, as Jeffrey turns on this one. That's almost a shot on net. It's more opportunities for the Grandmasters. Can they convert again, though? That's a nice save by Snack. He is in the right place once again. This time does get the save. Still, though, the Grandmasters amping up the pressure even more. And right now, this is a complete hammering by them, just not letting the Reapers even have an inch of space. And that's going to be another goal for the Grandmasters.
God, is it hard to breathe in here for you? Because it's definitely hard for the Reapers to breathe right now. I mean, the ball is just living in their half. They can't get a clear. Even if they try to clear it to a teammate, Grandmasters just cut it off, and they're literally just choking them out right now. They got them in the full stranglehold, and they need to find a way out real quick. Maybe pull out that Uno reverse card or something and start applying their own pressure.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to find something because, like you said, right now they're just getting completely choked out. They're on the ground in a crossbar right now. They need to find some momentum quick if they want to have a chance in this game, as already half the game we've seen go past. It's a miss on defense from Snack. Luckily, Bagels is there to bail him out, but a team bump is going to leave them in an awkward spot. Snack needs to make a touch. Does well. But Jeffrey still keeping this pressure. And it is still mounting as Bagels looking for any chance to get the ball cleared. If maybe Bravo can get a pass to Bagels, he will get the touch. Now it's up to Snack. Has to try and make something happen here, but the shot, the touch is just too weak. It's going to allow Jeffrey to hit back at their backboard. Bubbly doesn't quite read that backboard read, but you got to be a little scared of Bubbly. In the past, he's been known to miss doubles, but this season, he's actually seemed to have been hitting more of them than not.
Bubbly that can double is a Bubbly that can win a championship, and that's very scary to see. And him missing that first one right there has to be at least one thing of like fresh breath for the Reapers, knowing that, all right, Bubbly's at least not hitting doubles, so there's a chance.
And he's not hitting the doubles yet, but you got to be scared of that lurking threat. You don't want to get doubled on by Bubbly, as he will get a touch in the corner. No one ever has. As Jeffrey now with the 1v1, this is dangerous. Actually takes it past one, but there was another. That's going to be an unfortunate own goal from the defender, though. Jeffrey getting a little tricky with the mind games here.
Yeah, great cut dribble right there to just really move Snack, and then kind of misses the shot, but Bagels expecting one just kind of jumps and ends up getting caught with a great pass situation and just chucks an old goal out there, and you hate to see it.
And hard to blame him for expecting a banger of a flick or some kind of terrifying shot from 4 there, who is known to put huge shots on net. In the end, he just didn't have the boost, but Bagels still just respecting him, which once again you can't blame him for. But that's going to lead to a 4-0 lead. Certainly there's no way that the Reapers can bring this one back, even with a minute left, especially with the pressure we've seen. They're going to have to try and just get any goals, any momentum that they possibly can. That save will be nice to help them hang on for now, but A little bit of miscommunication on the rotation out, and now Jeffrey's gonna have the ball once again, flicking it up, and that's a shot. And Folly is just faster than the defender for a 5th goal.
I like what you said there about faster. I mean, this whole first match, it's just really felt like Gravelords, and I mean this in the most respectful way possible, have just looked super slow, like hesitant, just really not wanting to go for the ball, and Grandmasters just taking advantage of it, just taping down the boost button and just doing everything they want.
There it is for the Reapers finally, though, finding each other on a quick play off of the kickoff. A little bit too late to really give them any real hope in game 1, but that still is a great infield pass. Still almost saved by Jeffrey, though.
Yeah, great goal. Just something to get the ice broken for them, and maybe it'll help them out here heading into game 2. But I don't think it's enough to really bring back this game 1.
I guess a man can dream. A caster can dream to have the excitement of 4 goals in 20 seconds, even though it doesn't seem realistic at this point.
I'd never cast again. Nothing could compete.
Yeah,
I
you
would
just
even
peak.
cast game 2. I'd be done tonight. I'd be out.
That's the only thing that would get Biscuit to leave a league where he's still undefeated.
Yes. 4 goals in 20 seconds. If someone did that to me, bet your bippity I'd be gone.
As that's a beautiful pass from Bagels to the attacker. In the end, it won't matter, as the Grandmasters will take game number 1 in 5-1, perhaps 6-1, and it will be 6-1 as the ball bounces off Snack for one last goal.
Yeah, just farming some points for possible player of the weeks here. I mean, good pass by Folly, and just I think Reapers weren't even trying to stop it there too much. Just one man back, other 2 people taking a nap in the midfield. But you take the goals where you can get them when you're in a competitive league.
Most definitely, and every goal is another mental victory. Even if you've already won the first game, a 6-1 scoreline is even more devastating than a 5-1. And so far, Grandmasters looking like they're on a good track to get revenge for last week's stomping that they received. A telling game 1 for what the Grandmasters intend to pull off in this series.
Yeah, great game 1, but at the same time, this game 1 could be in benefit to Reapers. It depends on the mental fortitude, because sometimes in Grandmaster's case, when they're out for revenge, you come out and just stomp a team like this, you feel confident, but then that overconfidence bites you in the butt. And if Reapers just keep calm and play their game and build off of that 1 goal they did have, they could do a lot to really catch the Grandmasters on their back foot and maybe steal a game or 2 off them and make this a series before they recover from the thought process of being just way better.
Yeah, very true. And in the grand scheme of things, it is only 1 game. Doesn't really matter how many goals get scored in a singular game, as it still only counts for 1. Just like how it doesn't matter how good 1 goal is, as it still is only equivalent to 1 goal. If you can put that in the past and try to focus on changing your game up and bringing it back, Reapers definitely still are not out of this series. Only 1 game down now. So we end to game 2, though. We'll have to see. Immediately finding more pressure. Bagel's actually looking for a nice double there, but the the shot from Snack, not the snack from shot, is looking a little bit unconvincing. As Bubbly will get a nice clear to Jeffrey, gonna try to touch this one off the backboard. Can't quite find the double, but the Reapers can't even find the ball, as Bravo actually gonna get a nice clear. Gets it past one defender, looking for the bump. Bubbly plays it patiently, though. Very smart to recognize there was no real danger of a shot. And now Snack with the dribble. Can't quite flick it past a Russ challenge. And now Bubbly is up for this one. Passing it down to Jeffrey. As he can't quite get the play to work out. Now Grandmasters on their back foot. Bravo going to get a nice touch. Grandmasters defense holding strong. But still, this already looks like a much more competitive game than the first one. Reapers really bring it to the Grandmasters, as that ball will almost slide into the net.
Just a great bump. Sadly, they weren't able to finish it. But this first minute of the game has been all Reapers, and they put on a lot of pressure. And if they can maintain that, it's going to get really hard here for Grandmasters to checkmate or put him in a 2 goal.
Well, they still do find a way through. That's a huge challenge from Folly there. Really doing a lot for his team in that play. Pretty much doing it all himself.
Yeah, the high apage really came out there. He just kept churning, and I don't think Reapers, were ready for that one. And he gets himself a goal out of it, and could have maybe killed the momentum that the Reapers were feeling there.
Definitely, but it still is only a 1-goal game. Plenty of time for the Reapers to come back. As this might be another one, though, and now the lead will be extended to 2. Folly putting in another goal.
Just coming out on Bagels there, laying a smoke screen and just making it really awkward for Bravo to even have a chance to save it. And Folly getting his second goal, one away from the hat trick.
Already with only a minute and 30 gone. Another 2-0 lead. Now Reapers, for the sake of their own momentum, can't keep getting scored on like this. They have to stop the bleeding somewhere or another.
And just a big overcommit here by Bravo. Just kind of runs away to the middle of the field. Doesn't really play the ball. Lets Jeffrey have a free ball. And, I mean, Snack really just had no option. I mean, he probably should have went back to net, but I understand the push at the same time. And
realistically, there's another kickoff goal traded. It's as if nothing ever happened. Once again, it's a 2-goal game.
Yeah, I mean, are we watching a 1v1 game or a 3v3? I can't tell, but 2 kickoff goals neutralizing each other and getting us back to a 2-goal game, which has to be good for the Reapers because they at least got a ball in the net to keep it going.
Yeah, as insignificant as it may seem, that exchange definitely favored the Reapers as it proved that the Grandmasters can bleed. Now they have a real chance to try and build on that momentum and make even more happen. So they will be back on offense. Jeffrey going to get a solid touch out, but Bagels immediately shuts it down. That's a huge 50 from Bravo on the goal line to put a second one in.
Bravo bringing the 700-pound hammer. I mean, he just comes down and says, Bubbly, you're getting 50'd here, bud. And it's going in the net. And that's a big goal. I mean, that's 2 in very rapid succession in the grand scheme of a game. And they keep up this momentum, they could definitely get this tied up and take a lead.
And now it's most definitely within their reach. Only 1 goal away. Over half the game remaining. With how fast goals are flying in, almost expect it to be well above this margin by the end. Here's Bravo again, looking for the pass to Bagels. Doesn't quite have the boost to reach it, but still, a play could be mounting for the Reapers. Bagels tries to get the fake out, and Snack will keep the ball in. Surely this one will get cleared away, though. Only so far as Bravo, who keeps it in. Once again, there's no Grandmasters defender there. It's a nice touch off the ceiling. Almost a shot for Bagels, but blocked by the Grandmasters. Now Jeffrey looking to get the ball past. A dangerous pre-flip from Bagels. He has been working on his freestyles, I know, maybe trying to incorporate some of those pre-flip mechanics into his game, but that was a dangerous moment to try it as Bubbly gets a free shot here. Maybe the pass would have been a slightly better option. Now Snack passing down to Bravo. Tries to get off the backboard. Bubbly equal to that attempt. And now we're just seeing shots coming out from both sides. Punches being thrown, but none landing quite yet.
They're just chucking the ball back and forth and waiting for one mistake by the other team. And if you're Reapers, you're really hoping you're not the one to make that mistake right now.
It's definitely being 1 game down, 1 goal down as well. They still do need to maintain that sense of urgency, trying to look for that goal, trying to not fall behind any further. It can be difficult to maintain the required aggression while also playing safely enough to ensure that you don't drop down to a 2-goal deficit. This could be another shot opportunity for them. Bagels gets a huge 50. Jeffrey, lucky for the Grandmasters, reads that one perfectly. Nothing will amount to it yet, but that's a huge pre-flip from Snack, actually. But now it's Bagels back on defense, and he's not going to be able to get back to that one. A huge counterattack from the Grandmasters.
Yeah, and sometimes if you have this much pressure, in Bagels' case, you just kind of have your eyes creeping in the other team's field, and you miss something like a pretty routine counterattack. I mean, great shot, but just a great pass right to his teammate, and Bagels sniffing a little too close to the line, and there was no chance he was getting back to something like that.
Definitely not, and that's a realistic and rude awakening for the Reapers that the Grandmasters still have the potential to hit with these quick counterattacks. They can't afford to just be going all in every time. That was almost another chance for the Reapers. Now they have to look for every opportunity they can get. Down 2 goals with less than a minute left. Here's Bagels looking for the backboard, but Bubbly gets a nice controlling touch. Gonna send this one to Bravo. And that one is going to go mid. That will be another goal. And now it's 1-goal game once again with the Reapers barely trailing.
Yeah, just a lot of pressure applied in that corner by Bagels and Shaq. And Bagels kind of getting a little pre-flip read. Wow, that's actually kind of a tongue twister. off the wall there, right to Snack, and Snack putting it in.
That was kind of saying the preflips might not be necessary for the series, but Bagels proving that they can be useful as Bravo's going to put one in to equalize. 24 seconds remaining and the Reapers tie it up.
And just a great beat here by Bravo, and he gets the boost, and then Bubbly just unable to make the read, and Bubbly, one of the better defenders in Titan. You don't see that very often, a mistake like that out of him, but we're tied now, and anything can happen.
And anyone can make those mistakes when you're stuck in an awkward position. Now the Reapers have equalized. Can they pull anything more from this game, though? It's going to be difficult to pull off a reverse sweep if they can't find another goal to complete the victory in game 2. That was almost an opportunity. Bagels almost gets the shot, but surely this will not be a goal as Folly hits that one to the ground, and we will head into overtime.
Overtime!
Now only one team can emerge from this game victorious, and Snack gets a nice shot. That one's going to bar it down. It's not quite in, though. Bagel's going to secure it, and the Reapers tie up the series.
And I mean, in a weird way, almost fitting. I mean, over half the goals that the Reapers scored were off a kickoff, and right there, just an unfortunate backflip by last man back, and all either of the other two Reapers had to do is just touch that ball into the net, and this is Titan League. They ain't going to mess that chance up.
Oh my goodness. And what a response from the Reapers, coming back multiple times, never letting their mentality slip. That's a huge mental victory and really showing off, like you said, if they have good mental fortitude, then they can just let go of that game 1. But that required outstanding mental fortitude to be down, I think at one point, 3 goals and come back from that, trailing until the last 30 seconds. A huge victory for the Reapers.
Huge. Omega huge. Big confidence build and just a big win overall. Just knowing that they can beat this team. I mean, I know they just beat them last week, but they don't have the same team out here today that they did then. So knowing that this team has a chance to beat them, that's some momentum they can build off of for sure.
Definitely. And that's something we actually haven't really talked about very much. I'm not sure if this team has that much playtime together. I know that GodzzY was dropped only earlier today. I'm not sure if Bravo was still a sub then, and if they have gone any game time in, but still might not have that much playtime together. That victory will surely help them to realize that they can compete, especially against the Grandmasters, who are still a top-level team. Now this best of 5 has turned into a best of 3. We're going to have to see how the rest of the series plays out. I'm sure we won't see another dominant performance from the Grandmasters like game 1, though, if the Reapers have anything to say about it. As I say that, though, that's just barely a missed read from Jeffrey. A tough one for sure, but definitely unfortunate as Snack going for an insane freestyle goal. That ball's almost going to roll in. Bravo with the shot, but the defensive Grandmasters hold strong, only barely, though. A little bit of fortune there, as they'll be the ones getting a shot on target next. Once again, showing how deadly those quick counterattacks can be. Now the Reapers looking to get the ball out of their half once again. But Jeffrey actually misses his touch in the midfield, but Bubbly's there to back him up. We've talked about before the chemistry between these two players, but it really shows on the field. They grind ranked together, and then they come in these series, and they just have each other's backs for the majority of the time. And that duo is something that you really need if you're them.
Yeah, and I'm also a strong believer in the later a series goes, the more chemistry matters. I think early series, when you're just playing against each other, mistakes can happen from both sides, even mistaken goals. But once you get closer and closer to that game 4, that game 5, if you don't have a lot of chemistry together, it gets really hard to build and get the win later on.
Most definitely. The mental game plays a huge part in Game 5 series, especially compared to, I mean, sweeps or any shorter series. That was almost an opportunity for Reapers there. Really showing how far they've come even so far in this series to be maintaining most of the pressure, actually, for the first 2 minutes. Now another opportunity. That's a big bump on Bagels, though, and he's just getting bullied. That one's just going to fly into the top shelf.
Call the principal. Holy crap. Bubbly just picking on Bagels, just constantly hitting him. I mean, there's just nothing Bagels can do there. He was just locked up, and pummeled. I mean, geez, someone called the nurse. I think he might have a concussion after something like that.
And Bagels and Bubbly, known to have a bit of a friendly rivalry, but that didn't look so friendly to me. That looked like Bubbly was going for the kill. And
Bubbly
it
the
did lead
bully.
to a goal. Bubbly the bully. He's been known to bully me, man.
Same.
Just saying.
Power rankings life, dude. Picks on me every day.
True. We'll see if he can continue and give his team the edge, though, as Grandmasters coming back with the pressure. Looking for a shot from Folly. He's going to miss it off the crossbar, but still this ball is dangerous. Reaper's clear for now, but still the threat is looming. Bravo with a nice read off the defender. Still, though, much aggression from the Grandmasters as they are not looking to have a repeat of Game 2. They had their small victory in Game 1, but haven't been able to find the same sort of dominance just yet. Although they are 1 goal up, they know how fast that lead can disappear against the Reapers. That's a big double commit from the Reapers, though. Bagels will do well to clear the ball out and help out his team. Bubbly going to try to keep this one in, but shut down by Bravo. Another shot opportunity for Folly, but Snacks ready for that one on the backboard. Now some good control by Jeffrey. Looks for the flick, but can't quite find it. And Bubbly's going to try to 50 this one in. Right now, it's all Grandmasters on defense, but they are getting shut down at every turn, although it seems only barely that the Reapers are holding on.
They're not barely, but they just really need one big clear counterattack to really relieve all this pressure. The only issue is they're not getting it right now, and so Grandmasters are just constantly in their end and constantly taking shots, and that can be scary. It can be really scary to have this many shots put on you. I mean, shot differential is 5 to 11. That's a big difference in shots, more than double.
No kidding. And Reaper's finally getting some genuine pressure. There was a nice save there from Jeffrey, actually, just barely keeping the ball out. But the Reaper is still going, and Snack's going to put this one in off of a clean pinch pass from Bagels.
Yeah, and Reaper's able to finally generate pressure for about 30 seconds, and that's all they needed to really pick apart this Grandmasters defense. Great pinch out by Bagels to get a goal for Shaq. I mean, all he had to do was really shoot it and not into the defender.
And he does do well to place his shot. Had a large range, but sometimes it can be hard to not just get magnetically drawn towards that defender on passes like those. This Bagels looking for the beat at midfield here. Does get a piece of it. And Bubbly's going to hit this one high. Bravo controlling on the catch. Can't quite find it, though. Gets it past one, actually. Folly does well to keep this one out of play, but Bravo looking for the redirect. Almost finds it, actually, but it was a little bit high. Now more demos coming out for Grandmasters. Maybe realizing one of the big driving factors in their success in Game 1 was the amount of demos. And if they can start just taking players out like they were back then, they might just be dominating once again. We'll be heading into the final seconds of this game, though. Snack looking for the shot. Can't quite find it, but the ball is still dangerous for the Grandmasters. Folly looking to clear this one. And Jeffrey, not the best touch, but a clutch bump from Bubbly. And they won't allow the Reapers the opportunity to capitalize before the ball hits the ground. Now we've been reset. But once again, it looks like it's the Reapers. That's a nice flick, actually. And Folly will get a follow-up clear. But Bagels keeping this one in. Going again. Gets beat by the defender. That's 2 gone from the Reapers. Can the Grandmasters attack quickly? Can't quite find, as there will be a 50. Now it's Snack on the dribble. Gets it past 1. Only he has 1 to beat. But he can't quite find it. Now it is the Reapers looking for the play to finish this game off. Still can't find it, though, as the ball will hover over the midfield continuously. And finally, the Grandmasters find their first real clear. Not the best clear from Bravo, but Bagels will be there to back him up. Now it's the Grandmasters looking to make something happen. Jeffrey with 1 touch, another in the corner. Huge pinch up, but Snack actually not the best touch. Bravo luckily is there to clean up after him. But there's no boost for the Reapers. Now it's looking like the Grandmasters have a huge opportunity here. Can they capitalize? Reapers defense still holding strong, though, even in the face of a massive offensive attack from the Grandmasters.
Yeah, they're staying strong, and they got out of that. I mean, they were definitely getting low on boost, and that's, I mean, when you're already playing a team that bumps a lot and you have no boost to avoid it and get back to the save, it's impressive that they were able to avoid all that and not get scored on.
Most definitely. Now we'll have to see if their offense can be equally as impressive as their defense in this overtime. Here comes Bravo, looking for the clip, looking for the flip reset. Gets it past one, gets it past everyone. Bravo with a huge play.
My Bravo filling the shoes as well as he can. Oh my, what a flip reset with a little after. I won't call it an air dribble after, but Bravo, you just put yourself possibly in the top plays of the week. I'm just saying it right now. That was clean.
And in the clutchest of moments, a crucial overtime win for the Reapers. Bravo, we were saying he had big shoes to fill, and oh my, did he fill them beautifully. What a play. And now the Reapers taking a 2-1 lead in the series. Can they close it out? That was still not the most convincing of overtimes as it went forth, but with this momentum, I mean, they're looking to upset once again over the Grandmasters.
Yeah, pivotal win. I mean, going up 2-1 in the series, now you just got to be 50%. You don't have to win the next game. You just got to win one of the next two, which is a lot easier mentally to deal with than I have to win the next two, which is what the Grandmasters have to deal with mentally. And the mental game is a big part, especially at these upper levels.
Most definitely. That mental game, one of the most underrated aspects. But at this level, like you said, it plays one of the biggest factors. And the Reapers also have that sweep from last week to fall back on in terms of their mentality. Grandmasters have to be thinking back to that sweep and remembering they don't want to. They've already avoided the sweep for today, but they certainly want their revenge still. They know that they can pull it off, and we've seen it from them in this series. At times, we've seen the brilliance, and we've seen that they can really dominate. But now they're just going to have to hope to break even for the next game or two, and hopefully for their sake try and come back with a win. Won't be easy though, as Bravo, a little bit of awkwardness actually off this kickoff. Jeffrey can't quite get the shot on net. Not sure exactly what happened there, but Reapers already kind of putting themselves in an awkward position off of the kickoff due to what looked like a slight mechanical error. Now the Grandmasters hoping to immediately take advantage of that, and they almost do, but Bagels in the perfect position to save that bottom left corner shot. And a huge play to start off. Bagels trying to connect with Bravo. And really, it looks like we're seeing a lot more synergy from the Reapers as this series progresses. They're looking for more pass plays, and they're just looking more solid overall. I mean, at the beginning, they looked very uncoordinated, and it seems like they've fixed most of their errors from the first game and even second and third.
I mean, if you asked me in game one if I thought Reapers would go up 2-1 and 2 overtime wins, I would tell you not a chance. I'll be honest. I would see a possibility of one blowout, but I would not think that Grandmasters would drop 2 games in a row after that game 1 performance. But Reapers just looking stronger and stronger, and dealing with the bumps and boost starving that Grandmasters have been putting out more and more efficiently as we go.
Definitely, and they've just, you know, they're still getting demoed, but it seems like even though they are still getting demoed, they're finding ways to kind of make it not have as much of an impact. The rotations are allowing for one demo not to break the entire train. As I say that, though, that's a huge pass play. Once again, Bagels with the huge defensive saves. Oh my goodness, that's the second time already in this game that he's bailed out his team. He just seems to be in the right place on defense, definitely determined to make this 3-1 happen, and it's not going to be easy for the Grandmasters to break through. And as I say that, Snack's going to break through with a huge backboard read, and what could have been a 2-0 game is now a 1-0 game for the Reapers.
And Bravo, just great recognition of an open backboard and using it to his advantage. Just putting it up there, and Snack coming in for a midnight appearance, just grabbing him quick snack out of the kitchen for a free goal. Yes, I use snack as a snack joke.
Of course, and Snack has looked really confident. Oh my goodness, okay, that is not what you want to see from the Reapers, though. Immediately, as I say, they looked confident. I mean, they did. It was a nice pass from Jeffrey, but still, you don't expect that to beat out 3 defenders.
Yeah, just all 3 of them kind committing to that ball at the same time. No one's staying back, and then none of them going for the ball, not wanting to commit with their teammate. And Grandmasters aren't going to not punish that every day of the week, so you can't be making those mistakes in crucial game fours like this when you're trying to win a series.
Definitely not. Luckily for them, they still do have plenty of time. Oh my goodness, what a pass. Oh, what a play from the Grandmasters. A huge 50 on the goal line with a little bit of fortune, but that touch from Folly was just beautiful to send the ball back to Bubbly.
A triple dunk action going on there by Bubbly. Bubbly just way too strong and just a great shot. And he's telling the other team hit the gym. And he has the right for that one. Well, Jeffrey has the right to say that for his teammate.
Yeah, always got to hype up your teammate while you can. And the Grandmasters are going to need momentum. That's a big double commit by the Reapers. It might cost them on this counterattack if the Grandmasters are fast enough. Luckily for them, they don't make a huge play happen. But now the Grandmasters enjoying a 2-1 spot over the Reapers. For how long, though, if the Reapers keep this up? They'll have to put in some work to hold on to this one. They now know that they can't count on maintaining these leads. Certainly when it's a 5-1 lead they can, but not the smaller ones. So now it's the Reapers coming back. Folly with a nice clear. And that's actually going to be a little bit awkward for Snack. Does well, but has to put himself out of position to save that one. Luckily, he'll find himself right back in position. As Folly only passes so far as the defender. Luckily, Jeffrey intercepts for them. And now Bravo with a huge touch. He had to make that shot, that touch, or else it was certainly going to be a goal. Now the onslaught of the Grandmasters continues. As Bubbly going to look to play this one off the ceiling, looking for the flip reset. And who said this man doesn't have mechanics? He's coming out here almost putting in a flip reset of his own. As Snack pre-jumped that one. A bold play, but it almost worked off. Looked like the defender pre-jumped too. As this is getting more and more tense, Bravo gets it past one. Almost a nice 1-2 pass play. Grandmasters shut it down. Now it's Snack trying to come back to get the 50. Can't quite find it, but Bagels with a shot. It's going to go under the defender, and Bubbly can't quite get back to that one.
Yeah, I mean, Bubbly just pulling himself out of net just a little too early. And Bagels able to punish that, just putting it right back where Bubbly just left and saying, ha, you should have sat there, dummy. But it was too late at that point.
And that just proves how much positioning matters, especially at this level. There was a tiny opening in the net there to shoot at, but the Reaper's going to find it. Now it's an even game once again. So far, these have favored the Reapers. But will we see them close out, or is it going to be another Game 5? Here comes Bravo. We've seen him with the mechanics before. Gets a pre-flip touch. Bubbly reads it well, though, looking for the double of his own. Can't quite find the clear, though. Bagels pre-jumps this one. And the ball goes up to Bagels, looking for the touch. Can't quite find the touchdown. And the Reapers looking like they just want to freestyle in this game. And the last one, actually. But will it be enough? And is it going to be worth it if they can't close out the series? We enter the last 10 seconds. Bagels gets 50. That ball's dangerous. Bravo reads it well, though, looking for another touch. Bubbly trying to pass, but no one middle for him. We'll head into what is, I believe, our third overtime of the series. So that's a big 50 win for the Grandmasters. Can he put it in? Not quite. The ball is dangerous, but the Reapers deal with it. Folly looking for the double touch. Can't quite find it, though. That was another big opportunity. Still, the ball is dangerous for the Reapers. That ball is just going to get passed to the midfield. Jeffrey taking control, looking for the 1v1. Gets a flick past one, but Snack is equal to the shot. Still, though, Grandmasters looking for this pressure. Can't quite find anything as Snack deals with another save, swatting the ball away and taking control himself, looking for the pass middle. Good communication from the Grandmasters to avoid anything too dangerous there. But the ball gets sent back into their half once again. Now it's looking uncomfortable. Folly going to control this one. At every turn, though, it seems like the Reapers are just out 50ing the Grandmasters now. Now looking like they're the ones in control of their own destiny in this series. Can they close it out, though?
Hopefully.
It's Jeffrey.
I really hope they can close it out. I mean, this overtime is the longest one we've seen yet, and a lot of it has been lived on the Grandmasters half, and that's not what we've seen out of the other ones. So Reapers, they need to keep the pressure like they are right now, or it could get really bad, and they could end up dropping this game forward pretty quickly.
Definitely not out of the woods yet. We even saw it in game 2. There was a huge offensive barrage from the Reapers, but it immediately led to a quick 1-2 counterattack for the Grandmasters. Certainly they'll be hoping to get another opportunity like that. But right now, it's all the Reapers until now. Folly can't quite get the flick. It's a pass to Snack, excuse me, who can't quite get the shot on target. Still, though, looking for the pass play. Bravo gets it past one. Gets it past Bubbly. Got to get something middle here, or just a touch. Can't quite find it. He does, actually, but Folly going to be equal to that one. And that's a huge 50. Can he get on target, though? That's a huge bump from Snack. He knew that he would have the read, so he goes for the bump instead and just barely gets a hit on the attacker. That could have been the end there, but instead it's the Reapers counterattacking once again. Folly gets a touch clear. Looking for another one, but he's just too slow. The Reapers are all over this ball now. And the team that we were calling slow earlier in the season, all of a sudden has become the aggressor and looking like they are just unstoppable.
Like pure speed right now, and the Grandmasters, on the other hand, it's like someone chucked him in some quicksand and just left him there, or maybe some wet cement. I mean, they got to unhitch the trailer. It's going to get bad really fast. Whew.
And it almost just got worse as they almost lost the series there with that turn of events. A pinch that's dealt with nicely by Jeffrey. That ball's middle, though. Bubbly recognizes his positional mistake at the last second. Barely getting back to that one. But still, the Reapers with all of the pressure. Now Bubbly finally going to find something, looking for the flick. Gets a flick over, but Snack is equal to that one. Once again, can the Grandmasters get there? Can't quite find the shot. And now Snack going to slow dribble this one out. Bubbly looking for an air dribble. Gets a dunk. And Folly going to try to follow this one up. Gets one touch. Can't quite find the second. He'll settle for a 50. As that ball hovers over the midfield. Snack with a nice read. Sends the ball clear once again, and a little bit of miscommunication. That could be deadly. Snack gets the ball pass, and Snack's going to put it in off of a demo, and a huge team play coming out from the Reapers.
And the taste of your own medicine here out of this play. I mean, Snack beating one, Bravo demoing the last, and Snack just cleaning it up. It was, I mean, that was like poetic justice right there for all the demos and bumps that Grandmasters have gotten. And it's not a sweep, but in some sports, a 3-1 is called a gentleman's sweep. Where you let them have one win, but you still sweep them. So Reapers coming out here with a sweep, and now a gentleman's sweep, if you ask me, over Grandmasters, and without their best player in GodzzY, which is an impressive feat all its own.
Most definitely, and it's not like they didn't have to fight for this one. My goodness, 3 overtimes, and the Reapers convert all of them. That one game you said for their gentleman's sweep, you know, if they were letting them win, then they made it quite obvious that the Grandmasters looked like the better team in that game. But the Reapers do an outstanding job to fight back. And wow, what a way to make a 4-game series feel like a 5-game series. I mean, I can't wait to see these teams hopefully face off in the playoffs. They're done for league match, but what a series that was.
A great series it is, and a great win for the Reapers, who, between the two of them, I still think need it more when it comes to overall record.
Yeah, they definitely do need the win for their record. The Reapers start off a little bit slow, as I believe they had some sort of roster difficulties in the earlier part of the season. But honestly, with the roster they have now,
oh, that equaled out their records. Actually, they're both 5-5 now.
Did it really? Wow. Okay.
Yep. So big win for Reapers.
A huge win for the Reapers, and the Grandmasters start off the season undefeated, unfortunately, with the loss of one of their players. In all honesty, though, with Folly, they don't look bad. I mean, when I first saw Folly on stream, I thought the Grandmasters looked a little bit shaky with him. But even in that series, they kind of seemed to even out their chemistry issues and looked a lot better. And in this series, they really still looked like a good team. It didn't really look like there was any one weak point. And if they can kind of look like they did in game 1 in an entire series, I still think they'll be a deadly threat.
Yeah, and just was checking some reporting, and Dragons actually beat Bananas again tonight, which puts Reapers now up 2 games. But Grandmasters now tied with Dragons for that third spot out of their conference for playoffs. So this does put Grandmasters in an awkward spot when it comes to their playoff hopes, while also increasing Reapers' chances to push into the playoffs going forward.
Man, and the tie-in playoff race just gets even spicier. You love to see it now. Like I said, we're over halfway through the season, but still it's not clear who, oh, well, for the most part, who the real playoff contenders will be. A lot of spots up in the air. An amazing series to end off on, though. That one was a thrill to cast, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we did. Really enjoy having you guys watching here. The grind continues. Thank you, Biscuit, for casting with me. Always a pleasure to cast with you, man.
It's always fun. It's a good time.
Of course, of course. And we'll catch you guys back here, hopefully on Saturday Night Rocket League, where we've got 3 more huge matchups, more playoff implications, more hopefully game 5s in the future. For now, that is all, though, and I'll catch you guys later. Hope you all have a great night.